sources. Oh, yeah. Okay, motion to come out of executive session. Tom moved. Dennis seconded. All in favor? Aye. Okay. Welcome, everybody, to the town board meeting of November 9th, 2021. Do we need to take attendance again? No. No attendance again, right? Just the pledge. Take the attendance? Okay, thank you.
Present.
Councilman Tom Devaney,
Here.
Councilman Paul Valentine, Councilman Jerry Vitari,
Here.
Supervisor Teresa Kenny.
Here. And now, I'm told you were to do we were the second choices to Paul Valentine.
Second choice.
You or me, so I'm gonna go with you.
To the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
I know. Okay, so we have a couple of announcements. Public hearing scheduled for November 30th are amending Chapter 5, adopting New York Stretch Energy Code. We're making some changes based upon NYSERDA recommendations. And then Dominican College application for a water course diversion permit is at 8 p.m. on that day. The following public hearing is scheduled for December 14th. Rockland Cider Works petition for a special permit. So I know we're waiting for an amended petition. Have you had any communication with their attorney?
No.
So I would like to just have some kind of date, and if it's not here by that date, I mean, I don't,
They were in court, but I got adjourned, but yeah, we can,
okay, so just,
I can reach out to them.
yeah, I mean, we don't want it on the, What's that? Right. I mean, when you have, in theory, a public hearing on, you're having it on something that people can look at, and we don't have it yet, so. Okay, presentation by Verizon regarding the renewal of the franchise agreement will be on Tuesday, November 30th at the regular town board meeting. That sounds fascinating. Presentations, Veterans Day poem, composer, someone reading this, or we're just, who's reading it? Where, is it here?
I'm very big on poetry.
I don't have it. Was it attached? No, I don't. Now I should make you read it. Okay, we'll come back to that. Okay, so we'll start the workshop of the items. Okay. Number 3, open the public hearing for the proposed zone change for 100 Corporate Drive in Blauvelt. Number 4, close, continue, or whatever we do on the public hearing again for the zone change for Corporate Drive. You want to do it now, or you want to wait? Go ahead.
I guess this is fitting that I read this because I was here when Rosemary Reciopi was made the Poet Laureate. And I even voted for it.
See how far you've come? You're reading one of her poems.
I'm reading any poem. I'm coming for. This Veterans Day, 2021, the gifts of life with vision, blessed and bold. This, the giving within each veteran's story told. Loyalty, dedication, ascending care be they known. This in valor by our sons and daughters shown. Courage to hold, to freedom's call and light. Perseverance, the challenge, be it day or night. Fortitude, strength, viewed with heart's noble call. Sacrifices of body, limb, and this a growing toll. And when returned to homes, welcome shore and land, let us in caring response put support in command. It is resolved that humanity calls to be known within the grasp of faith, love, and the truth shown. The dream yet dreamed shall unfold, and peace to be our story told. This gift of knowing to mark the rising way, and we in tribute give honor this Veterans Day. Rosemary Racciopi, Poet Laureate. Again,
Very good, Dennis.
Veterans Day, November 11th. Remember to thank any veteran that you see.
Very good.
Our veteran, Paul Valentine, is not here.
He's not here. Okay. He's with us in spirit. Okay. I think we're up to number 5 here, adopt a negative declaration with respect to the zone change. Number 6, adopting the amendment to the zoning map for the 100 Corporate Drive, Blueville. 7, resume the public hearing from the Orangetown board meeting. This is regarding the preliminary budget. 8 is close the public hearing for the preliminary budget. 9 is approve amendments to the preliminary budget. 10, adopt the preliminary budget as amended. 11, approve a 1-year contract with the Fire Protection Services for the Blauvelt Fire Protection District and Blauvelt Volunteer Fire Company. Number 12, approve a 1-year contract for library services with the Orangetown Library District, contracts with the Blauvelt Free Library, the Orangeburg Library, the Palisades Free Library, and the Tapan Free Library. 13, approve funding of the 2021 town leaf removal overtime budget. 14, approve amend resolution regarding Zarens and Simons to extend the cap for the redevelopment of the H&A Palisades. 15 is the new town hall addition, SECRA, declaring the town board to be lead agency. 16, new town hall addition, SECRA adopting a determination. 17, new town hall addition, authorize request for construction bids, post notice of bid request. 18, approve authorized town attorney to sign settlement documents. Number 19 and 20 we did already. Number 21, appoint Hunter Horvarka to position of grounds workers in Parks and Recreation, effective November 10. And then vouchers and executive session. Presumably we still need it. Okay. Can I get a, whoops, sorry, not that. A motion to open the public comment? I don't know, are we gonna have him present for the, is that from, they're here for? Okay, okay, well, do that first, in the public hearing? Okay, so motion of public comment? There will be, yeah, sorry. So we're gonna have a motion to open the public portion? Jerry? Second?
What do you do, public hearing or public?
Public portion,
No, public hearing, 7:05.
okay. Okay, so we're gonna get a motion to open the public hearing?
The public hearing was 8
Whatever.
I
Okay.
motion to open the public hearing
Okay,
for 100 Corporate Drive.
okay, second, Jerry Batari, all in favor? Aye. Okay, so we're gonna have them make the presentation first? No, it's not.
Good evening, Supervisor and members of the board. My name is Seth Mandelbaum. I'm a partner with McCullough, Goldberger, and Stout. Pleased to be here once again on behalf of our clients, Onyx. Matt Flath from Onyx is here, as is Ron Ryman from Collier's Engineers. We were before you back in September, as you may recall. You referred us out to the Planning Board and Rockland County Planning. You now have comments back, and we're here this evening for a public hearing on this relatively simple zoning amendment. I'm going to quickly run through the slides because they're going to look very familiar. They're pretty much what we showed you back in September, but for the benefit of the board and the public, I thought I'd just take 2 minutes and run through, and then, of course, answer any questions that the board might have. So as I mentioned, Onyx Management Group LLC purchased the former Bradley Corporate Park about 2.5 years ago, rebranded it as Hudson Crossing. The location at issue is 100 Corporate Drive, which is this building. Here's 303. To go to Restaurant Depot, you come in here and you go to the back of the building. And in the front of the building on the 3rd floor, there is a current tenant on this side, Schramm Incorporated, and there's vacant space the rest of the building. Building was built in 2009, and there's about 36,400 square feet of vacant space on that 3rd floor. And Onyx has identified a tenant to occupy 22,500 square feet of the vacant 3rd floor. That tenant is District 96 Beer Factory, who are planning on relocating from their current location in New City in the town of Clarkstown to the town of Orangetown. And the current zoning allows light manufacturing, which would be the production of the homebrew beer, but the nightclub use is only permitted in the LI district, not the LIO district. And you can see on here, this is the existing Schramm space, this is vacant space, and in the middle here is the space District 96 would be located, and this line is the current border between the LI zone in this direction and the LI zone going out toward 303. And this is the production area for District 96, and the rest of this is the nightclub area. And what happens is the line between the zones runs right through the nightclub use. We did check with District 96 to see if they could reconfigure their space, but they really could not due to requirements for their equipment and building code requirements for separation. So we are proposing to adjust the line so it covers the whole property. So instead of the line running here, the line would run through the down to Route 303 right-of-way. Thank you. That is my presentation.
You're welcome. Okay. Anybody have any questions? No, I know, but I don't know if you guys have any questions of him. Okay. Nobody signed up for it, but does anyone want to speak? This is not just on this public hearing. Okay. Okay, so anyone, just on this particular issue, no one signed up? Okay, Dennis moved to close. Second. Dennis, Tom Divney, all in favor? Aye. Okay. We'll have a public portion on, when we're done with the public hearings. Okay, so we close, okay. So number 5, adopt a negative declaration with regard to the town zone change from LI to LIO to LI in its entirety. Can I get a motion?
Moved.
Tom Divney, second. Jerry Bottari, all in favor? Aye. Okay, number 6, adopt a local law amending the town zoning map for 100 Corporate Drive, Blauvelt, from LI and LI zoning districts to LI zoning district in its entirety. Can I get a motion? Jerry Bottari, second. Tom Divney, all in favor? Votes it at the same time. Okay.
It's in there.
Might as well, right?
Yep.
Okay, we'll get through all the public hearings, I guess, because it does say 7:10, right? So,
You might want to.
okay,
All right.
so,
Motion to open the preliminary budget hearing.
okay. Jerry, all in favor? Okay. Jerry Bottari, second. Okay, you gonna make a presentation on it first before we?
Okay, just before anyone speaks, for the public hearing, what you see before you is a number of budget adjustments. The first one was just simply the elections contracts with outside vendors, that what we pay the county, we reduced that by $40,000 based on our recent what they've been charging us. We overestimated a little bit. Most of the rest of these are, we got the finalized retirement estimates from the state comptroller's office, so I adjusted those. Those are mostly in the town's favor, which was good. Also took out the 2 water districts for Orangeburg and Tapan, which was basically a savings of $530,000. Those will be going into next year's budget due to what the comptroller advised as to when we could do that. That's the best course of action, is to do that next year. And then the only other thing is the South Nyack Legacy District, the cost for their health care, for their debt service. So that was added in at a cost of $360,000. The net impact of all of those changes was and the comptroller also changed our tax cap and lowered it by about $260,000. So we had benefits of $847,000, which allowed us to use $500,000 less of our fund balance. So we would be using $2.3 million in fund balance instead of the $2.8 that the supervisor's budget included, and that puts the town $100,000 under the revised tax cap. Any questions on that?
Okay. Again, nobody signed up to speak, but if you want to speak on this particular issue, Jim?
Thank you. I know you've heard me say this before. The budget, the way it stands, does not allow for any overtime for picking up leaves in 2022. I do appreciate that you reconsidered that for 2021. I see that later on in the agenda. However, I think everybody needs to understand that if we do not have that overtime, that will mean in the beginning of December, there'll be 15,000 yards more leaves on the ground than there will be this year or has been in previous years. Added to what would normally be there, we're probably talking about 22,000 cubic yards. Going into December, which is the most difficult time to pick up leaves, freezes, snows, bad weather, guaranteed we'll have leaves in people's front yards, in front of their houses for Christmas, New Year's, and probably into Valentine's Day. That's just the reality of what will happen if we cannot use those extra hours. I think it's a decision to deliberately cut service to our people, and the people should know that. We're not, getting the word out. They're not understanding what this is really going to mean. So I think it's my responsibility to make sure we bring that out. So if this has to happen, next year people will be aware that it's going to be a lot less service than what they expect to get now. I have done research on it. If a private contractor picks up the leaves in your front yard, you can expect to spend $500 because they'll charge you $250 to clean your yard, and they'll charge you another $200 to $300 to take it away. So it will be a cost. There will be people that want their leaves picked up. I've been through this on the other side 35 years ago when the town didn't pick it up, and it created a lot of havoc.
Jim, can I just, though, when you talk like that, people, like last year during the budget hearing, people think that we're cutting out all the leaf pickup, and that's not true. It's
No, I didn't say we were
I know,
cutting it out.
but that's what people are hearing, because I got, people were very
Well,
confused.
it's a deliberate decision to reduce the amount of service. Because if those leaves are on the ground in December, we will be picking them up throughout the winter if we don't have a lot of snowstorms. If we have snowstorms or really bad deep freeze weather and we can't get the leaves picked up, they could be there in the beginning of March. I mean, that's a reality. They do not go away. And if you plow snow and you plow frozen leaves into people's driveways, it's a really serious issue. It's bad enough to get snow out of your driveway. If you have frozen leaves in your driveway, it's much more serious. And as I said to you last year, we did have a surplus that came out because it was a mild winter. This year, we know that we have money coming to us from FEMA. Probably in the highway department is going to be over $300,000. which certainly would more than cover the $198,000 that's needed to support that. So I don't like to be on this side, but we are not going to be able to get the job done, not because we don't want to do it, because there's only so many hours in that period of time from the 1st of November to Christmas. And when we lose that many hours, when we lose the ability to pick up 15,000 cubic yards of leaves, and our total leaf pickup is around 35,000. So 40% of it, we're picking it up on overtime. Not just because we want to work overtime, but because that's the time to pick them up. That's the primary time. Thank you.
Thank you. Does anybody else that did not speak, who would like to speak on the budget, want to speak? Okay. Move to close. Dennis Troy. Second. Tom Divany. All in favor? Okay. Anybody have any? Where are we? Close. We close. Okay. We're up to 9. Approve the amendments to the 2022 preliminary budget. Can I get a motion? Dennis Troy, second. Tom Divany, all in favor? Adopt the 2022 preliminary budget as amended. Dennis Troy, Jerry Batari, all in favor? Okay. Should we go now to, I guess, to open the public comment? We can go back. Okay, so can I get a motion to open the public comment? Dennis, Tom Divany, second was Jerry Batari, all in favor? Aye. Okay. So I think we only have one signed up, although it looks like she crossed her name out. Carol, did you sign up to speak? Did she leave? Oh, she left. Okay, it looks like she signed up and then she crossed her name out. Okay. Anybody else would like to speak in the public comments section that hasn't signed up?
This is public comment.
This is public comment now. Okay, Allison's got, just reminded, we have a 3-minute rule, so Allison's going to take care of the clock for us.
Thank you. Thank you, Board. This is a notice that was sent to RCW on 9/24 of 2020.
Can you please state your name?
Yeah,
and your town?
Susan McQuinney, Orangetown, 66 Sickletown Road. So this notice says a lot of things, but what it primarily says is, we have also been made aware of a cidery being run out of the farm. A permit is required for the change in use, and a certificate of occupancy must be obtained. On March 5th, 2021, this letter was sent to RCW. It says a few things, but at the end it says, please be advised that any operation of the cidery or use of the new or altered structures without first obtaining the required town approvals will result in additional violations being issued. On August 23rd, I called the Department of Buildings because there was a Valentine electrical truck clearly doing work in the manufacturing and production room, and a building inspector came out, posted a stop work sign. The work was shut down. I went back in my house. When I came out 2 hours later, the sign had been removed, the truck was back, and the work had continued. I haven't been able to get any evidence that a permit was issued in those 2 hours. On September 15th, 2021, RCW was sent this stop work notice. And it states, a stop work order was placed where the cidery is located. Rockland Cider Works cannot operate until the proper approvals are received. This is still in effect as far as I know. Yet every single Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, RCW has been open and doing business as usual. The only difference is that every time one of these letters, and there are many more, I just didn't have time to print them out, is that RCW goes a little more underground. They remove signs, they play it low key on social media, they kind of just tamp it down, but people still show up, they're still open, they're serving liquor. So does anyone on this board seriously believe that if granted a vote, which they've been granted, and if that vote passed, a zoning change that RCA has asked for and is favorable only to RCW, that they will be becoming any more law-abiding? Does anyone think that? What kind of a future does this bode for our zoning laws in our, that when our RCW can simply set the rules. Basically, that's what they're doing. If we want to start a business here, people are simply going to think, I'm just going to start a business. I'll start the business. When when the town comes knocking and says this isn't legal, they're just going to keep on going. They'll keep on going until one day they're going to say, oh, we want to play by the rules. Now we'll come to the town and ask for a zoning change. This is not a way to keep the town's trust. It's not a way to support the people who bought homes, who pay taxes, and who love their communities. So clearly we're having a vote. I would like to clarify, because in the agenda it says that the vote is on a special permit, and I want to clarify what the vote is actually for.
Okay, there's no vote tonight.
No, on the 14th,
Okay.
December 14th.
Yeah.
In the agenda where you have the
They're
announcements.
going to have a public hearing on the petition that they're going to be filing.
Right, but that's not for a special permit, right? We haven't.
No.
I just wanted
But
to
I'm
check the
sorry,
wording.
your time's up. We just have to kind of stick to the 3
Okay,
minutes.
that's okay. Thank you.
Yeah, so to amplify that message, the message we got last week was, break the law, go ahead, do whatever you want if you're a business. And then, yeah, Jerry Gargan, 66 Sickletown Road. I'm sorry, Rosanna. So go ahead, break the law, run your business, defy the town, violate the regulations and the zoning, and then when you get caught, somehow finagle things so the people who are opposing you are told they have to compromise. They weren't breaking the law. Like if I drive down Orangetown Road at 70 miles an hour and the cops stop me, and the policeman says, you're breaking the law, I'm going to give you a ticket, and I say, hold on, I'm going to negotiate with this with the town. How do you think that would go? Not very well, right? And yet that's exactly what Rockland Cider Works have been able to get away with. Now, in addition to the fact that they've been operating illegally since at latest October 2020, over a year, we have a couple of other irregularities here. And other things that were brought up last week that I'd like to mention. Councilman Troy, last week you spoke about a car wash that was set up near your house on 303. Well, that's a commercial zone, right? 3 or 4. And I'm pretty sure nobody makes the investment necessary to build a car wash without knowing that they're not going to be legally stopped from doing what they're doing. Like, you wouldn't set up a car wash in our neighborhood, I hope. And that's the difference between these two situations. And I think it's important to draw this difference very clearly. Here we've got something that's not permitted, doesn't have a CFO, doesn't have a building permit, multiple violations, multiple times, and yet they're getting away scot-free with this. And that's what I see as the difference between this situation and what you mentioned last week. Second issue, we have a board member with a conflict of interest. Valentine Electric is, to my understanding, owned by Mr. Paul Valentine. If that's correct, why is his company on multiple occasions doing work without a permit in the town and then coming back and doing work after they know that a stop work order has been posted? Doesn't that seem like a little bit off? Now, on another tack, Van Houten Farm has not been a farm since the 1960s. In 1967, Lake Tappan was created. They pretty much stopped farming after that, and at one point, for 3 or 4 years, they concentrated on their business of selling produce in the green markets in the city, and they actually leased out the farm stand to another family, I think called the DeVries, but I'll get you the exact name. When Darren and Elizabeth Van Houten were interviewed in Hudson Valley Magazine about how they came to found the cidery, it wasn't about saving our noble farming tradition. It was because we decided, and this is in the article, you can read it, we decided we wanted a place to go for a drink after work. In a 1989 board decision, the board said, blah, 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 we want to preserve, or we will allow Mr. Van Houten to make some changes to his property because other changes would be out of character with the rural, non-commercial nature of the property. That's what we're trying to preserve here. It's not a farm. It hasn't been a farm for over 50 years. They have the capability to open branch offices elsewhere. Why is this being imposed on us in a residential neighborhood? And one last sentence, thank you for your patience, and that is, we have a nightclub here tonight that's looking for a permit to open in a light industrial zone. Amen to that. Let them go wild in the light industrial zone. right? They're not going to be waking anybody up there. That's the appropriate place to have a place that produces alcohol and has a very active life and loud music, not in our area. Thank you very much for your
Thank you.
patience. Oh, by the way, can we use a projector in future when we come here? Because we have some video we'd like to share with you.
I mean, it's usually under presentations, I mean. Yeah, I guess if you can, within the 3-minute rule, I guess.
We have some great videos here. I promise
Okay.
you will. Thank you.
Thank you. Is anybody else who has not, go ahead, sure. Just again, if you don't mind stating just your name and everything for the record.
Okay. My name is Tom Reynolds, 65 Sickletown Road. I live right behind Jimmy Van Houten. Okay, last week, or last session, we heard about agri-tourism. We heard about evolve and evolution. Okay? I want to know when the last time anybody went apple picking at the Van Houten Farms. When was the last time anybody went pumpkin picking? Okay? Van Houten's many, many years ago did own a lot of land. That they chose to sell that off. So now, here we are today. They use those 2 words. I have 2 words also for this town. The 2 words are illusion and deception. Okay? They're creating an illusion that they are a farm. And the deception, you have to pick and choose when to use that word and what they describe. But I know they buy their bins of pumpkins just like ShopRite, just like Lowe's and the cardboard bins. They buy everything the same way. Nothing is grown there, okay? All their produce comes from most part from Pennsylvania, not even local. I went up to Dr. Davies' farm because I wanted to, he's saying he patronizes all local. It comes from Buffalo Valley Produce Auction at Milfenburg, Pennsylvania. It's about 40 minutes from where Jim's brother lives, okay? So it's almost 200 miles. So I don't understand where the local is. That's not local, okay? And this is what they're riding on. And another thing, Crayola crayons. If you open up a box of crayons, there's some crayons in that box that are very, very bright. And there's some crayons that are not bright. And I have to worry who's sitting up here, what color crayon they are. And that's all I have to say.
Okay, is there anybody else that would like to speak? Nope. Can I get a motion to close? Motion to close? Jerry Batari moved, Dennis Troy seconded. All in favor? Okay. I think we were okay. Number 11, we're up to number 11. He's not done yet. Shit, Tom's ready to pack up and he's having no. Okay. Approve the 1-year contract for the fire protection services, with the Blowout Fire Protection District. And that's me making a noise. Okay. Tom moved, second. Jerry Batari, all in favor? Aye. Number 12, approve the 1-year contract for library services with the Orangetown Library District. Contracts with the Blowout Free Library, the Orangeburg Library, the Palisades Free Library, and the Tapan Free Library. Dennis, I know you want to move this one. Jerry moved, second. Tom Divney, all in favor? Come on, it'll be your one last time with the libraries, Dennis. Number 13. There you go, that's right.
Dennis is going to be working as a librarian.
Number 13, approve funding of the 2021 town leaf removal overtime budget. Can I get a motion?
Moved.
Tom Divney, second. Dennis Troy, all in favor? Is that your phone that's making that noise? Oh, okay. It's Esther calling. Number 14, approve amend resolution for Zarin and Steinmetz to extend the cap for the redevelopment of the H&A Palisades. I don't know if we want to mention, Rob can address.
Right. The agreement, as you know, requires the developer to reimburse us for Zarin and Simon's fees from the point of the negotiation of the MOU. So Jeff has been looking at that. We did already receive an escrow amount of $30,000 or $35,000 from the developer for this purpose. So I think the way we're operating it is we're going to pay it out of that and ask them, the developer, to continue to replenish that as we go. So that's where we're at.
Okay. Okay, so can I get a motion? Tom Devaney moved, Dennis Troy second, all in favor? Okay, new town hall edition, secret declaring the town board to be lead agency. Can I get a motion? Dennis Troy? I'll second it. All in favor? Let me know if we need a roll call at any point. New town hall edition, secret determination, adopt determination of non-significance negative declaration. Motion? Okay, Dennis Troy, second. Jerry Batari, all in favor? Aye. New town hall edition, authorize request for construction bids, post notice of bid request. Do I need it? We need a roll call? No, okay.
These bids are gonna come in at $30 million.
Okay, you may be very right, but we'll see. Okay, Dennis Troy, move. I know, the timing sucks, but what are you gonna do?
Like
Okay.
Dylan's building right now, guys.
Okay, well, we'll be ready when the prices come down. Okay, Dennis moved it, Jerry Batari seconded, all in favor? Aye. Okay, approve, authorize town attorney to sign settlement documents regarding a tax certiorari proceeding at 30 Corporate Drive.
School district.
The school district, 62,000, and number 18, tax cert. Okay, motion,
School's good with this? All right.
okay, so Tom Devaney move, second, Jerry Batari, all in favor? Aye. We did 19, we did 20, 21. Appoint Hunter Horvarka to the Grounds Worker Parks and Recreation Department, probationary, effective November 10, 2021. Can I get a motion? Jerry Batari? Dennis Troy second, all in favor? Aye.
Okay, the audit for tonight's meeting consists of 3 warrants for a total of $641,000. The first warrant had 28 vouchers for $53,000 and was for utilities. The second warrant had 2 vouchers for $2,600 and was for the copier service agreement for the townwide. The third warrant had 133 vouchers for $585,000. Items 1 and 2, the applied golf management contracts. Number 4, Brooker Engineering, $24,000 for drainage review. Escrow. Number 5, Ciparino and Sons, $24,000 for dog park construction. Number 7, CSEA Employee Benefit Fund, $31,000 for dental benefits. Number 9, Frank Sirwis, $77,000 for retainage payable for a sewer project. Number 10, Global Montello, $32,000 for fuel. And number 16, the State Comptroller, $38,000 for justice fines. Any questions on the audit?
Yeah, I have a question. Number 3, Beckman Appraisals for an Orangetown market study? You know what that's about?
That's, it was part of the tax certiorari
Oh.
defense that they do, and,
Oh, okay.
but, yes, I believe so.
Oh. Okay. Okay. Is there any question I have? Okay. Yeah, well, I know, it was missing too. It was like, kind of was like, okay. But, okay. Motion to accept the audit? Tom Divany, second. Jerry Batari, all in favor? Aye. Do we need to go into executive session?
Yeah, I think land issues.
Okay.
What was it about?
Just gonna wait.
Well, what is we going into executive session?
No, he said land issues. Land issues. Right. Okay, so we're going to be going in, we're not going to be voting when we come out. We do have an adjournment in memory of a John LaRusso, resident of Blauvelt. So can I get a motion to? Oh, is that the one? How is that? Older person or younger person? Oh. Okay. So Liz Brady, you got that? Liz Brady from Pearl River? What'd you say? Pearl River? I wonder if that's Denise's friend. Yeah, Carmel, she can find anybody. She can whip up those names and everything. She'll get it for you. Okay, so on that note, motion to executive session. So is, I know, we have like, I know, he's thirding it over here. All in favor? Aye. It's a long day.